Hi, I'm Michelle Bege with a look at what's happening in Latin America now. But first, our news trivia. Which two countries are in a legal battle over the origin of an ancient dance called La Morenada? We'll have the answer later. Chile has chosen 155 citizens who have been assigned the task of writing a new constitution. The decision to draft a new one was made in 2019 because of the huge protests that erupted over the country's inequality and elitism. The citizens chosen for the task will have up to 12 months to debate and craft the text until it is put to a vote. A unique fact, this assembly will be the first in the world to have gender parity. At least 45% of those selected must be women. 17 seats were also reserved for indigenous communities. In Guatemala, the Pacaya volcano near the capital has stopped erupting for now after 3 months of activity. Citizens living nearby had been on high alert because of the ashes and explosions, but now the government has reopened part of the very popular national park for tourism. And one pizza chef had the brilliant idea of making the best of a hot situation. He brought his kitchen to the lava and cooked up a delicious pizza for customers. The hardest thing? Making sure the pizza doesn't drift away. And did you know El Salvador has the second highest inmate population per capita in the world? The government recently launched a pilot program to bring down the costs of their prisons. By creating a farm and teaching inmates to cultivate their own food, the government believes they can save 1/4 of the money spent on meals. They also believe it will provide an opportunity to create a place for rehabilitation.
Uno aprende aquí a valorar. Esto es como una escuela. Se sufre, es cierto, se sufre. Pero es como una escuela y uno es dueño de sus propios actos y uno mismo se busca las cosas, pero como vuelvo y le repito, una oportunidad sí, nos merecemos una oportunidad.
Now let's go to Mexico with the latest on vaccination efforts.
Here in Mexico, with the vaccine stage for the over 60s nearly complete, teachers are next in line. More than 600,000 pupils have dropped out of schools here over the past year, and a return to classrooms is a priority. Educational staff here are receiving the single-shot CanSino vaccine, finished and bottled in this country to avoid these logistical problems for vaccine shipments that Mexico has faced, and Mexico is racing ahead. As of mid-May, nearly 2 million teachers have been vaccinated, but now the challenge remains of returning to the physical classroom.
Okay, now let's look at what stories we're following for next week. First, this weekend, Brazil is set to receive components to produce 25 million doses of COVID vaccines. 18 million doses of AstraZeneca will be produced by Fiocruz Biomedical Institute, and 7 million other doses of Sinovac will be made in Sao Paulo in the government-funded Butantan Research Center. All the necessary materials will arrive from China. Only 17% of Brazil's population has been immunized so far. Second, in Ecuador, newly elected President Guillermo Lasso will take office on Monday the 24th. Right-winged 65-year-old Lasso is a former banker and philanthropist. He is entering the presidency in the middle of an economic crisis, but his biggest challenge will be to speed up Ecuador's path to immunization. Only 1,800,000 people have been vaccinated in these last 4 months. Lasso says he promises to vaccinate 9 million in the first 100 days. And third, Argentina's COVID death toll hit 70,000 this week, and President Fernandez announced he will extend some restrictions that were set to expire on May 21st. That means that the borders will remain closed and that some mobility restrictions and special scheduling for commerce will keep applying in areas with high infection numbers. Also, public sector employees who have children will remain working from home. The president has not mentioned yet how long these restrictions will be kept in place. And now the answer to the news trivia. The answer is C. Peru recently declared La Morenada, also known as the Dance of the Black Slaves, to be part of the cultural heritage of the city of Puno, but Bolivia wasn't having it. They say the dance comes from their Oruro Carnival, which UNESCO recognized as being of cultural significance back in 2001. Folk dances in the Andean highlands have a long shared history. Peru says the important thing is that they be preserved so they can be enjoyed over time. And that's it for this week. We'll see you again soon on Latin America Now.